to the Super Bowl. United States
lane stop. We've also got a full closure at South Valley. That's northbound 405 shut down at Rookhurst. Now let's check out the drive at South Valley. This is still a civil alert for the 105 westbound for 110 after a deadly accident. Got the right 3 lanes still shut down there as you head westbound, and you do have a little spot of slowing. Got some Caltrans work downtown. This is Onto North 3rd Street, from Olympic to 3rd, actually. The left 2 lanes are closed until 5 a.m. Got a little bit of slowing on the eastbound 10, right about Ponciana. Your Caltrans is doing some road work there. And the 110 south at Rosecrans. This is in Gardena. We've got some metal debris that's reported in the middle lane. Next report at 105 from the Irvine Auto Center, 24-hour traffic center.
Today, it is sunny, highs low to mid-60s, wind advisory for the valleys and the deserts and also the mountains. And tonight it'll be clear and continued cold, lows around 40, sunny on Wednesday with highs in the mid-60s. Thursday, partly cloudy, high 60s. Friday, cloudy in the morning, then partly cloudy, high 60s. Saturday, partly cloudy in the morning, then sunny with highs in the 60s. So it's going to break away for us and get nice Saturday afternoon. Right now, Los Angeles has 48 degrees at 12:57.
Are you tired of living with chronic joint pain, knee pain, shoulder pain, pain in your hips or back? It's Jerome. You don't have to go through another year in pain. Next generation pain management has arrived. It's QC Kinetics. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in cutting-edge regenerative medicine. Regenerative medicine is amazing. It's an all-natural process that uses highly concentrated healing properties from your own body, putting them directly into your achy joints to restore and repair the damaged tissue. I'm talking lasting pain relief with no drugs, no surgery, and no downtime. Pro athletes have been doing this for years, and now you can too. QC Kinetics has over 100 clinics in America, and now there are 3 locations in Southern California, Glendale, Mission Viejo, and Orange. If you're sick of living with pain from arthritis or injury, call the medical professionals at QC Kinetics for a free consultation. Call 213-997-PAIN. QC Kinetics, 213-997-PAIN. That's 213-997-PAIN.
It's a new year. Are you looking for that new Kia you have always wanted? You're in luck. At Kia of downtown LA, we have a huge selection, and new cars are flowing in daily. Check out the new 2023 Kia Soul, Kia Sorento, the sporty K5, or 2023 Kia Telluride. Drive home in your next Kia from Kia of downtown Los Angeles, just down the street from Crypto.com Arena on South Figueroa Street, or visit KiaofDTLA.com.
Seriously, my dealership just fixed the transmission.
We all know how it can be to go to the wrong place for transmission repair. Made up of over 800 pieces, the transmission is the most complex part of your car. So bring it to the transmission experts at AMCO. AMCO, always the right fix. AA, MCO. Special financing available. Restrictions, limitations, and exclusions may apply. See AMCO.com for complete details.
This is Jacob Emron. If you've been involved in a motorcycle accident, call 844-24-JACOB.
Hi, I'm Dr. Nia Hurtgeras with today's tip for kids from the American Academy of Pediatrics. As parents, we want our children to grow up healthy and strong. That means helping teens take responsibility for their health as they become young adults. One way to do that is to make sure they have one-on-one time with their pediatrician. That helps them become comfortable talking about any health issues with their doctors and with you. So make sure to give your teen a voice. It's good for their health. For more on teen health, visit healthychildren.org.
We're always live on the free Odyssey app.
KNX FM and HD, Los Angeles.
All that matters to you in Southern California.
Becoming a fast-needed doctor who drove his family off a cliff in Northern California is charged with attempted murder. Man suspected in a local road rage attack is listed in Torrance. Dangerously cold and icy weather is a potential threat to millions of people from Texas to Pennsylvania.
This is KNX News, 97.1 FM.
It's 1 o'clock.
This is CBS News on the hour. I'm Christopher Cruz in Washington. Texas and other states are preparing for a major ice storm. CBS News meteorologist David Parkinson.
Risk for more than a quarter-inch of ice accumulation in Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Mississippi, Tennessee, and Kentucky. And that's just the start of it. All of those places have the potential for widespread power outages, the potential for extremely dangerous, and I do mean tons of accidents on the road. So an extremely dangerous drive. situation.
3 Memphis Fire Department employees have been fired after the beating of Tyree Nichols. He died 3 days later. CBS's Elise Present reports from Memphis.
During the assault, officers gave Nichols a series of conflicting demands. He was told repeatedly to show his hands while the officers were already holding them. And Nichols was told to get on the ground while he was already there.
That was not even policing, what we saw in that videotape. That was a gang of men attacking a 150-pound guy for what appeared to be no reason.
Both paramedics and a lieutenant who drove to the scene have been fired, and the Shelby County District Attorney is considering criminal charges. Give us any chance, we'll take it. Give us any room to break it.
Cindy Williams has died after a brief illness. She started the popular sitcom Laverne and Shirley in the late 70s and early 80s. Cindy Williams was 75. Researchers say the world is likely to pass a key threshold in global warming.
unfortunately, they lost their lives. They've still got right 3-lane squad. There's very little slowing as you do have lanes to get by on. 605 South, just before Peck Road. We've got a 2-car crash, and that was a hit-and-run crash, by the way. That remaining car is over on the right shoulder. Got another hit-and-run crash being reported just a few minutes ago. The 10 West, a little before Western. That is, yeah, the remaining car looks like that may be on the right shoulder, but it looks like it is completely blacked out with no lights on. We've got some Caltrans work. You're driving on the 110 North, those connectors to the north and south 405, those are both shut down. And there is a full closure in Fountain Valley. This is for the northbound 405. That is shut down at Brookhurst. Those lanes will open back up about 5 a.m. Next report at 1:15, Irvine Auto Center, 24-hour traffic center.
Sunny today. Look for highs in the low to mid-60s. We do have a wind advisory in effect for the valleys, mountains, and high deserts through this evening. Currently in Pasadena, 46 degrees. Redondo Beach is 51. Right now, Irvine, 47 degrees at 107. Family of a wheelchair-bound double amputee is devastated and outraged after Huntington Park police shot and killed him Thursday. Emily Valdez reports on what the family is demanding.
What could he have possibly done to the police with no legs, in a wheelchair?
Cell phone video leading up to the shooting on Slauson Avenue shows Anthony Lowe leaning up against a wheelchair on his amputated legs as Huntington Park police officers approach. Lowe turns and tries to hobble away from them with a knife in his hand. The video cuts out before the shooting happened.
They trying to sweep it under the rug.
Lowe's loved ones gathered in front of the Huntington Park Police Department calling for the officers involved to be prosecuted. His mother, Dorothy.
They opened the bay. They opened the bay to bury my son. I don't need a dime from this. I work hard for my money. I make money, and I can bury my own son. You're not sweeping this under the rug, but I don't want no problem. You understand? I wanted no problems. I don't want people to come here and terrify our city.
Huntington Park Police said in a statement Lowe was a stabbing suspect when police approached him before the deadly shooting, and they said the Sheriff's Department and DA are investigating. Reporting from Huntington Park, I'm Emily Valdez, KNX News 97.1 FM.
There have been calls for police reform for years, especially after the murder of George Floyd at the hands of police in Minneapolis. Walter Katz, who has a lot of experience with police accountability, tells KNX in the wake of Tyree Nichols, departments are making the same mistakes. Memphis police unit involved in Nichols' death, the Scorpion unit, was similar to an old LAPD dating gang unit known for abuses called Crash.
It stood for Community Resources Against Street Hoodlums. These units often have these very catchy acronyms to the point where you think that the police department spend more time designing a splashy name than actually thinking through the implications of these kind of units. By definition, they are meant to suppress crime, but in practice, how it occurs time and time again across the country is that they engage in over-policing.
Katz says he hopes that this time police reforms will stick, but he's not counting on it. LA just got some rain again, and some stats released by the LAPD seem to show a significant drop in property crimes overall when we got drenched by rain the weeks after Christmas. John Baird sifts through the numbers.
It might make sense that I would decide to take a rainy day off, because who would want to crawl under a car in pouring rain to steal a catalytic converter or break into a car and grab anything they can get their hands on while getting soaked in the process? In a roughly 4-week period, starting on Christmas Day, during the time the rain was really coming down, LAPD statistics show burglaries dropped more than 14%. Burglary and theft from a vehicle fell more than 22%. And personal property theft dropped more than 35%. This compared to the 4 weeks leading up to Christmas. A police official noted there's no way to know for sure whether the rain had anything to do with it and kept the thieves at bay, but since we're still technically immersed in a long-term drought and need the rain, many may say, let it pour. In L.A., I'm John Baird, KNX News 97.1 FM.
Marina Del Rey man is moved to federal prison after stealing the identities of a couple who had died in a murder-suicide. Christopher Cobb was sentenced to 45 months behind bars after pleading guilty to conspiracy to commit bank fraud and aggravated identity theft. Initial theft took place in 2019, just days after a man killed his wife and son attempted to kill his daughter before taking his own life. Rescuers in Cobb saw the tragedy as an opportunity. He was able to add himself to the dead man's bank account using a fraudulent email and also used the man's credit cards. In all, he stole more than $137,000 from the family. We have more news ahead on KNX, including a project in Downey aiming to demonstrate an energy future that is clean, reliable, and carbon-free. Plus, this fatality on the freeway still going on. Sig alert, South LA 105 West at the 110. We'll get the latest on that straight ahead as well in 4 minutes. It's 1:11.
You don't need a radio to hear the voices you trust.
Just ask your smart speaker to play KNX News. Do you know what people see when they Google you? Search engines don't always get it right, and when they're wrong, it's your reputation on the line. So what do you do when you don't agree with your search results? Call Reputation Defender at 800-620-5898. Reputation Defender by Norton is one of the most trusted names in online reputation repair. We have over a decade of experience in fixing people's search results, and we can help you too. Using cutting-edge approaches, Reputation Defender pushes unflattering information down to lower pages of your search results, where few people overlook. We also promote the good stuff so that it rises to the top, letting you put your best foot forward. Your good name is too valuable to leave to the whims of a Google algorithm. You owe it to yourself to take control with Reputation Defender. Visit www.reputationdefender.com or call 800-620-5898 for free advice on your situation. 800-620-5898. That's 800-620-5898.
Hi, this is Scott Justin with the Tax Defense Group. Did another year just go by where you did not file your tax returns? Do you still owe the IRS and the stress is piling up? Over the last 20 years, I've talked to thousands of people in the same situation. I understand the pressure, the anxiety, and the fear that you likely have of owing the IRS. There is a solution. It's easier, cheaper, and faster than you thought. My company can get the IRS off your back. We can stop and often prevent wage garnishments. We negotiate not just on the penalties, but the total amount that you owe. We can come up with a solution that you can often afford in a one-time payment. Take the weight of tax debt off your life. Call my team at the Tax Defense Group today.
That's right, Scott. The IRS is now able to settle for less than what is owed, but you need to call 855-TAX-BILL. That's 855 829-2455, 855-829-2455, or go to 855taxbill.com.
The Smell Good plumbers at Mike Diamond will unclog your drain for $99. Having your stoppage unstopped by these aroma-friendly technicians can save you money. Then flooding inside your home can remove all unnecessary worry from your life. Your drain will drain more efficiently, your pipes will flow smoother, and your faith in mankind will be restored. This $99 unstopped rate applies to kitchen sinks, mainline sewer stoppages, and all 5 coronary arteries. Schedule an appointment today, and your Mike Diamond plumber will show up on time, act professional, and smell better than a new car wrapped in bacon. You will be able to get back to life sooner, focus on things that really matter, and avoid the unsanitary atrocities of Bubba the Butt Crack Plumber. Here, man. Got a call Drake. Reference the $99 stoppage page at thesmellgoodplumber.com. Then call 800-446-MIKE. Contractor license number 39910.
This is Mike Diamond, and I guarantee my plumber will show up on time and smell good, or your house call is free.
I'm Tim Smith for Bob Smith BMW, the home of the ultimate buying experience for over 100 years. To do that, we always focus our attention on you, our customer. And to ensure you are served for another 100 years, Bob Smith BMW is leading the way to provide you our full line of 21st century electric vehicles in addition to our always popular gas-powered line. Visit bobsmithbmw.com today and see clearly into the next century.
Stay connected anytime.
Follow us on the free Odyssey app and get KNX News anywhere.
It's 1:15. Good morning. I'm Art Sanders. Coming up on KNX News 97.1 FM.
Record profits, but concerns by some that there's still no windfall profit tax on major oil companies. This is Chris Inglis.
I'm Margaret Carrero in Downey with more on an innovative project regarding clean, renewable hydrogen.
Those stories coming up in the next 15 minutes. But first, at 1:15, traffic every 10 minutes on 5. Here's Tanya Campos.
We had a deadly pedestrian accident. This is on the 105 West, right at the 110, a little before the And right now, the right 3 lanes continue to be closed. We'll let you know when that gets canceled. There is no slowing. You do have some lanes to get by on, and so we'll, again, keep you updated on when they cancel that. The 10 West, a little before Western, that was the site of a hit-and-run crash. That remaining car did make it over to the right shoulder. On the 10 freeway, heading eastbound, right at the 405 North connector, we've got a vehicle, looks like that's next to the center divider. Looks like that's where it broke down, so they're headed there probably to stop lanes and get that off the freeway. In the valley on the 101, heading westbound, a little before Balboa, look out for a stalled car that is blocking one of the blue lanes. And if you're in Orange County, you're going to see a full freeway closure. This is in Fountain Valley. The northbound 405 is shut down at Brookhurst. And then we have a all clear on the 55 south of 4th Street. That was an earlier crash, but that is now clear from the roadway. Next report at 125 from the Irvine Auto Center 24-hour traffic center.
Expecting conditions to stay cooler across Southern California for now, but not for too much longer. We're going to start to warm up a little bit over the next couple of days. We are expecting to see 60s in the mix as offshore conditions make a comeback to Southern California through the end of the week and the weekend. With Southern California's most accurate and dependable forecast, I'm KCAL's meteorologist Evelyn Taft, KNX News 97.1 FM.
In Glendale, it's 53 degrees this hour. Inglewood with 50, and right now Newport Beach 49 degrees at 117. Oil giant Chevron posted record profits last year, and a local watchdog group says a portion of that should be coming back to California consumers. Mercedes tells us why.
The California legislature is currently debating a bill that would have excessive profits.
They haven't determined what level it should be at. We've recommended 50 cents per gallon.
Jamie Court is president of Santa Monica-based Consumer Watchdog.
If there was a windfall profits cap set at 50 cents per gallon in place last year, Chevron would owe consumers in the state $1.4 billion as a rebate because they would have overcharged consumers by that much. They'd sell about 4 billion gallons of gas, and if you do 35 cents times 4 billion gallons of gas, you come out $1.4 billion we were overcharged.
In a statement, Chevron said it reinvests much of its profits, saying investments in operations increased by more than 75% from 2021. I'm Chris Sequels, KNX News 97.1 FM.
And SoCal Gas customers are dealing with very high natural gas bills this month. Consumer Watchdog has called for an investigation alleging that SoCal Gas colluded with its parent company to drive up natural gas prices. Chris Gilbride with the utility tells KNX that's not true and that next month's bills will look a lot different.
We think that is a relatively short-term blip. In fact, we think prices in February will be dramatically lower. In the long run, though, we're also looking at things like clean renewable hydrogen that can replace natural gas, diversify our energy portfolio, and we expect that will help with prices as well.
He says that SoCal Gas charges customers the price that they pay for natural gas, that the price spikes were due to factors outside the utility's control. The first of its kind project at Downey aims to demonstrate an energy future that is clean, reliable, and carbon-free. We get more on that from Margaret Carrero.
SoCal Gas has taken the wraps off a state-of-the-art microgrid that is producing clean, renewable hydrogen made from solar electricity on site and the hydrogen home that's being powered by it. SoCal Gas CEO Scott Drury.
It enables the day-to-day activities of people today. The lights working, the music playing, the hydrogen-blended flame burning in the fireplace and on the stove.
Lieutenant Governor Eleni Kounalakis.
This hydrogen innovation experience brings together several cutting-edge clean energy technologies, solar power, battery storage, and green hydrogen, all in one place.
She says the renewable energy captured by the solar panels can power the home or be stored in a battery for when the sun goes down. When there is excess solar power, she says that can be used to make green hydrogen on site in